Sweeney and I'm a journalist at the BBC. I've been working there for the last 5 years. My mum was born in Guyana and my dad in England. Growing up in England, I knew a lot about my dad's side of the family because they lived around the corner. I've always felt less connected to my mum's upbringing, mainly because it was the other side of the world. I grew up in a town called Northampton and I went to a state school with my younger sister Chelsea. The majority of our friends had English parents and we had no Guyanese friends or knew of anyone else with Guyanese heritage. I slowly realised after meeting other friends' mums that mine was different. She had a different accent and very strict Christian morals. She would cook amazing food, work long hours at our local hospital as a nurse, and she raised me and my sister. She was very protective and wouldn't talk, she would always shout. And I slowly realised that I couldn't quieten her down because she would say, "Tiffany, that's just how I speak." I remember one time I was at a party and it was getting late. The next thing I knew, my mum turns up in her pyjamas and calls my name. I was so embarrassed. But at the time, she was just worried for us and now I can see why. My mum and I are extremely similar and she always remains strong and tough. She is fierce, brave, selfless and above all a warrior and I'm so proud of her. My upbringing means I was aware of the importance of family and the importance of remaining a community. It has shaped the way I am and I have a strong connection with my roots. I am very direct and I learned very quickly that a lot of English people are not as direct. Also, the soca music that she plays every time we're around her family, Mighty Sparrow, we're all dancing. My mum's family always makes anybody and everybody feel welcome and that's what I love. They're so generous and loving.
My mother had more magic in her tongue than the length and breadth of any magician, weaving incredible stories around the dark green senna brew, just to make us slake that ritual Sunday purgative. Knowing when to place a cochineal poultice on a fevered forehead, knowing how to measure a belly symmetry, kneading the narrow pains away. Once my baby sister stuffed a split pea up her nostril. My mother got a crochet needle and gently tried to pry it out. We stood around her like inquisitive goblins. Suddenly, in surgeon's tone, she ordered, "Pass the black pepper," and patted a little under the dosing nose. My baby sister sneezed. The rest was history.
Happy Mother's Day, everybody. So my mother, who I dedicated this biography to, is not here, couldn't be here. She's very well. This story is, or this biography is called Mamalou Tales. It's a folkloric biography of a Guyanese elder. And within the telling of her story, her biography, I've written some tales that she tells, which might be familiar to some of you. So I'm actually going to read the tales and not her story per se. These are the things she keeps repeating over and over again. I hear these stories, I can finish them, she still tells me them, and they're captured in here. This one now is a Mr. Cole, and I've done it in her voice how she was telling it, not mine. Like he been doing this thing steady. Eat out a man food where he put down by the waterside, by North Road side. It's gotta be an Indian man or Indian people thing anyhow. Mr. Cole grazing he goat used to see the food, fruits and flowers by the waterside. He eat the banana, give the goat the skin for eat, drink out the manna rum, and even peep on the bouquet of flowers. Is he self-talk what you do? He and your wife live there by Regent Street. We live in Charlotte Street. He boasting how he do the thing, peeing out on them people thing. Talking in a casual way how he do it, like the coolie man's stupid. That is how Mr. Cole and he go die. You can't trouble people thing. We got trouble in the people thing for. The spirit probably wouldn't do anything, but I say must he do people and people think make the spirit kill him. It's actually a bona fide story that where apparently this man died and this was believed to be the reason why.
Now the young generation in this room with their mobiles and their fancy digital camera will forget those old days of the Olympus trip. And if you're taking out a photograph, you've got a backpack, as we say, you've got a backpack. You're trying to catch the whole scene and you're back. And you're taking your time and you're ducking. Well, I used to take my time and I used to get her a bit peeved. But she loved taking photographs. People take these things for granted. When you look at those old West Indian photographs in their fancy suits standing in a studio, a photograph was an occasion. It's staggering how we treat photographs so casually now. People who don't know you say, man, I know your face. Can I have a selfie? But this is a special moment because I'm about to take a photograph. And she's talking to me. But I've used poetic license. The sunlight is peeping out. It's nice weather for a photo. Your camera got in film. Well, take one of me now. I'm standing by this rosemary bush. Make haste before the little English son decides to go back inside. How long you expect me to stay in this one pose? Click if you're clicking. You got it? I hope it come out good. Now, take a snap by the patio door. No, wait. Better change this dress. As there's just a pair of old slippers I got on. I ain't fussy if you miss my foot side. But man, you don't chop off my head. Now, you should get used to the powder camera that operates. You got me stand up here till my foot nearly to catch cramp. And you asking if I ready to click the thing, for God's sake. You running out the flip? In that case, take one last one. How about sideways? No, I don't want to say no damn cheese.
I have been listening to all our speakers and everybody is saying Happy Mother's Day. If you grew up in England, it is Mothering Sunday. And when it is Mothering Sunday, I used to have a lecturer who used to say PDT, people do things. And for Mothering Sunday, you don't have to be a biological mother, you can do mothering. And I think that this is what I want to talk about, not only biological mothers, but women who, and sometimes men too, who do mothering. And to me today, this is Mothering Sunday.